Can McCaffrey do it again? Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, they come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of NC State. It's Phillip Rivers.
And I thought in last week's game, he found a way to win like a good pitcher without his best stuff. I mean, he did throw 2 interceptions, offset by 1 touchdown pass. Not the ratio, not the numbers you're really looking for as a QB. But finding a way to win, that's all that really matters.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it's going to be second down. Let's take a look here at the offense for Minnesota.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. But I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
16 yards, a first down. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Block the team!
On second down, here's Mixon. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. Second straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bears under second-year coach Matt Nagy. They'll be brought out by their quarterback, who is now in season number 9 out of TCU, Andy Dalton.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The receiving numbers for Hopkins a week ago. 5 catches, 53 yards, and a touchdown. And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And let's take a look at the Bears offense.
DeAndre Hopkins was named All-Pro for the first time in 2017, and really don't have to do much but look at the statistics to know why. 4 touchdown grabs in 2016, jumped that up to 13 in 2017. That led all NFL receivers. Also added in 96 catches and close to 1,400 yards. DeAndre Hopkins' ability to get free in the secondary is a marvel, mainly because of head fakes and body control.
And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on third. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Garcon. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league. Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it? It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense. A first down throw coming for Dalton. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. 12 more yards there and another first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Dalton on 3rd and goal. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out comes Minnesota. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice and it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
It's caught by Garcon.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. McCaffrey following the penalty. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Dalton. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Pierre Garcon, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. He gets this one to Garcon. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
The kick by McManus is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to take the offense back out there. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, We have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 20 carries, 69 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Mike, 53, Mike.
First down, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing, Rivers. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Joe Mixon. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. He was brought down by Michael Davis. A look now at our starting defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. Rivers now. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
From the 29, Dalton over the middle, and It's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended target, but now it's third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. They had points on their first 2 possessions, a touchdown and a field goal, but this time, defense stands strong.
Would you say that things maybe are trending now in the right direction for them?
Better than drives 1 and 2.
There's no doubt about it. Now maybe they can exhale a little bit, gather themselves, and really get back into this game.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Now Mixon, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Our score after 1 here on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it second down and 12.
180, black 15. Come, baby.
On second and 12, Rivers. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Now Rivers. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's second down. Now it's a bootleg with Rivers. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They got a man. It's Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Mixon. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop. On second and 9, Rivers. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rivers. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. To throw on 2nd and 6. Rivers. And he's got the hook up here. It's Woods. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. This is Mixon. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This is McCaffrey. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. That seemed to be linebacking 101 on how to diagnose and stop a run. And what we're doing nowadays is we're taking those former safeties, those bigger guys, and making them linebackers to utilize their speed. He just made an absolute beeline after he diagnosed that play and ended up making a nice tackle on it. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call? I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going. They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 64 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt. Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases? They missed their fits, didn't they? Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second and goal. Rivers to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, but now it's third and goal. They'll try and punch it in with Crowell. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Isaiah Crowell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play. And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right? Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger. Marr on for the extra point. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by an Isaiah Crowell touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They go play action here on first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So line of scrimmage still to 39 on 2nd and 10. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton here from the gun. Looking downfield for Godwin. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time. And it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Andy Dalton. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. No gain on the dump-off. It's second down. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second and 10. Here's Dalton. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing, Dalton, looking downfield for Godwin, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Garcon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. McCaffrey on the counter. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9. On second and 9, Dalton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Here's McCaffrey. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes up.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his first touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now you got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They go play action. Rivers. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Rivers. Throwing the comeback route. He's got the hook up to Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. They get just 2 out of it there, and it's 2nd down. On play action, Rivers. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And this one is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Down this close to the goal line, first down, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead.
Well, we got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
It means that he's going to be a physical runner. That way he's able to use his shoulder pads, his forearms, anything to ward off people, but power his way forward.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A good game there on first down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. From the shotgun to McCaffrey.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Now Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down. I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
To throw is Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets it away, and it's a laser, headed for the sidelines. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out, give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ready! Round 80!
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Rivers. Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end.
We got this.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rivers now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing, Rivers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But it'll be 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Rivers. Now he'll let it go deep left. It's caught inside the 25. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll throw again, Rivers, and he rips that one incomplete there. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 77 yards, as they're now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. McManus now for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, long touchdown pass into the end zone. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They toss to Mixon. A gain of 3, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Rivers. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Rivers now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
You hate to give the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead, but that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a run with McCaffrey.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's caught by Garcon. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Andy Dalton now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for first and 10. So Dalton now. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Zadarius Smith leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Passing, it's Dalton. It's complete to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Dalton here from the gun. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Push him back.
Here's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He gets this one to Garcon. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. He's got Smith here. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. Another chance for Dalton. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. This will be Dalton again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Phillip Rivers now gears up to lead the offense on the field. A field goal does them no good. They need a touchdown.
And right now, in his mind, in his memory bank, he's drawing on times that he's done this before. Not necessarily in the NFL. College, high school, pee-wee ball, wherever. Anything positive that he remembers about taking a team downfield with a chance to win, he's going to draw on that for this drive.
I'm sure that these guys live for these moments. Here we go. They go play action. Rivers. That is caught. It's Tajay Sharp. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On the delay, it's Mixon. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. That's complete to Sharp. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the run, it's Mixon. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Joe Mixon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Important extra point up and through, so it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
Dalton and the offense now. Down 34-31. A minute 51 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The clock still runs. We're at 90 seconds now. He'll look to throw.
I know a lot of people won't like the draw called. And
he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And now out comes Minnesota. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
53, check 53. Hey, tight down. There you go. Check 4.
And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be in. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Minnesota, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.